it's so impressive that anybody that starts that journey, that even comes in the door. Like,
yeah,
because
it's super intimidating.
And even CrossFit, I think, is probably a bit more intimidating than joining like Golds.
Yeah,
you can kind of be anonymous.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's an easier. You've made that choice to kind of like, I'm really gonna do this. I'm committing to this, and people are gonna know my name.
Right.
Yeah. There's tracking on what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, like we had a brand new person today, and I was like, all right, this is so and so. Like, this is our first class. Like, please be welcoming to whoever this is. And like even that is stressful for people. Like walking into that group setting where pretty much everybody knows each other already. Right. And you are the outsider. We always had like we called it the new person stretch. It's like the person standing in the corner, like doing this, like. Just standing by themselves, doing that stretch, like, okay, that's a new person. We should probably talk to them, right? And like, because they don't know what to do, right? And so like, go over there and be like, hey, like, I'm Alex, I'm a coach here. Like, what's your name? Like, new here, drop in. Like, what's going on? What's your experience? Like, kind of getting to know them a little bit, and like, it's nice to see them like the walls kind of come down a little bit, and they become kind of part of the class, and then part of the greater community, and then because we always have like. We have the gym, and then we have classes, and like each class is their own like little tribe. Like the 5 a.m. is like the 5 a.m.ers, and like the 6 a.m. is like the 6 a.m.ers.
Right.
And then like we try to get people into everywhere, but it doesn't always work. So you start getting these like the 5 a.m. definitely has like a personality, and they're awesome. They're great people.
Right.
It's way too early for me in the morning to work out. I've been a couple of times. I went with John a bunch to the 5 a.m. because we would go from 5 to 6 and then shower and go to work and be at work at 7.
Right.
And like one morning he looked at me and he's like, I can't do this. I'm like, oh, thank God I can't do anything. But, bless them for being able to get up and be motivated and do things at that early morning. But so it's, but you can even go from, like be a member of like the 4 p.m. class or whatever and go to the 5 a.m. and still have a little bit of that. Like at least for me anyway, I've had that feeling where like, okay, this isn't my class. Like I'm just going to kind of back off a little bit. And like 100% of the time, everyone's like, oh, hey, get up here. Like come up here and play with us. Like we're friendly. Like come on in. So like the community aspect of it is really, really big, which you don't typically get with your big box gyms. But those serve a purpose though too. So like if that's what you want to do and that's how you want to get fit, more power to you. Like absolutely.
Right.
Like,
if you can stay consistent with it too.
That was the challenge for me in those settings. Is because like I said, I would like go in and there was nobody holding me accountable. So I literally had like days where I'd go in and I wasn't feeling motivated, and that little piece of the brain going, yeah, you should just leave. I'd listen to that sometimes. Right. And then,
Or you take more water breaks. Or you kind of stroll around a bit more. More time between sets.
Yeah, or like the machine you want to use isn't open, so you just bypass that exercise or whatever, right? Or don't circle back to it or whatever. So, so the group setting, I didn't think that, I mean, I'm a pretty social person, I guess, but the group aspect of fitness, I wasn't really sure